Hello. Hi, guys. Hello. It's Meg. I am on live again, just very randomly. We have some cards. Feel compelled to get into my cards tonight and give a message. I've just been in a weird funk with my cards. Not in a bad funk, just like I need to be interacting with my cards. There's a message that wants to come through, and I want to get that message tonight. There's some urgency going on in the energy space, and I would like to see what's going on with it. So, yeah, we'll get into the cards in a minute. I'm just preparing everything. So this is one of the decks we're going to be using. This is an adorable deck. You'll see what I mean. Oh my gosh, I love this deck. Okay, move on. Let's keep going here. Okay. I hope you guys are doing well. I hope that everything is working as it should for you and that you are achieving your goals. I also hope that you are finding peace. Hello. Yeah, I hope you are finding peace and you know that the energy is abundant and you are ready to get your message. All right, because I am excited to give one to you. Before we do, though, I do want to say that everything I'm using for this reading, everything that you need to get in contact with me, all of that is saved in the description. So if you want to check that out, it is listed there. I've listed the link to my tip jar. If you want to give a tip, that's an option. It's not an obligation. Please follow your heart, and I thank you very, very much for any support you're offering. Even just by being on the chat, it's really cool that you're here, and I'm very excited to have. I'm very excited to have you. This is your place as much as it is mine. So let's go. Let's see what we have in store. Okay. All right. If there is anybody new in the stream, the way I typically do my readings is I will start with some oracle readings just to get some basic energy. If there's something really important that we need to see, like I'm feeling right now, just what's going on, what is happening here. Okay, all right, we'll see what's going on. Okay, and you know what, if I'm going to pull a couple more cards out than I need because we are going to do a bonus reading. So if you are here at the end of the live, there will be a smaller reading. It will be in playback, and I will see if I can go back and get the timestamp for the bonus reading. So if you just want to skip over to that, I will add that in the video description. Okay. Like I said, there will be a bonus reading, so yeah, we got to get there first. Okay. So, and also, you know what? Questions, comments, and concerns are very much welcomed as well. So, yeah. Okay. Get that one there. Okay. Okay. So, to start our reading here, we have the Lady of the Gift, which represents generosity, receiving, or withholding. Okay. Interesting. Okay. We have the Platinum Goddess, Larimar, and Rose Quartz, which represents purity, safety, and bliss. Okay, there is that. We have Yes, just say yes. Okay. Interesting. Okay. And we also have Solitude. Okay. What's interesting here is that I'm sensing that for some of you who are watching this live or who are watching this in playback, there's been a period of time where you have been closed off and needing to be alone for whatever reason. Okay, I'm getting this because this gives me the sense of kind of a lighthouse energy where it's, I'm getting that from the open water, and it's kind of been a little bit bleak, and you've closed yourself off because there is a sense of you needing to be, there's a sense of you needing to find that inner light again. And for some reason, I don't know if you can tell from the image here, it's foggy, and this is a light post. So there's something about a light or a marker, maybe a physical marker or a spiritual marker in your path not necessarily being clear. And because of that, you've gone in on yourself, which can be helpful, especially if you're doing a lot of reflecting and, particularly a lot of reflecting and trying to get yourself centered again, perhaps. But now there's been a small shift in that energy where you're starting to realize that whatever has gotten you to this solitude, okay, whatever has put you in this fortress, I feel it's fair to say, whatever has you closed off to do this reflection part, there's been some lessons that you haven't seen incoming necessarily, but that the energy is saying you're ready to receive something new, something about these lessons that are coming into you. And it's encouraging you to be receptive and to be open-minded, because whatever these lessons are may have you shifting perspectives on situations that you may have been in the past, or there's something certainly coming into your future self or your future spaces that may, again, it may shift, but I do think it's shifting for potentially your betterment, because we have this card that's suggesting bliss and safety. Okay. If you were questioning it, do I receive it? Do I let it go? Do I let it sit in the ether? I think the answer is yes. You should be open to receiving it because you're ready to. Okay. You're ready to because you put in the work here. Okay. You're ready to receive. You're ready to receive whatever blessings are coming into you. Okay. What may be a challenge in this is that you might, because you've been hurt in the past, because you've been a little bit less, I don't want to say targeted, but there's a lot that you're sensitive to, and those sensitivities have caused some pain, right? I hate to go there, but it's true. It may be true, I should say. And if that is the case, you've withheld certainly yourself. You've withheld certain things that you know would be beneficial for your wider, for the world to be present with. Yeah, you've withheld certain things that the world needs for its own healing, because you've been in a healing process yourself, right? But I do think again, the main point of this is that you have blessings incoming into you, and it's up to you to receive them. You're being encouraged to receive them. But on the flip side, you're certainly open to refusing it should you decide the other direction. Okay. Ooh, excuse me. So, let's see what supplemental tarot energy we can find out about this. What's going on? What's going on here? Let me see why we're seeing it. Let me see how we can use it. What is going on? What's going on with the energy of our oracle here? Okay. Oh. Okay. Well, that's interesting. Let me see if I can get one more card. Okay. One more card here. One more card. Let's go. Okay. Oh, that's interesting. So, something here suggests a potential relationship that could have a positive effect. Okay. Positive effect in that it is nourishing, definitely beneficial. Okay. And let me show you the cards that I'm getting here. We have the Lovers. So this explicitly, well, in some interpretations, this is explicitly about relationships. It could mean sexual or platonic, some interaction that you're having with someone outside yourself. Okay. And it has had the benefit of being very nurturing, of developed in such a way that it is, it's very happy. It's very, there's an emotional overflow attached with it. Okay. And I do think overflow in a positive way, because our 10 of Cups, well, first of all, our 10 of Cups came out upright, which, at least to my mind, generally means, again, with the overflow, but there's deep sense of peace, physical and emotional well-being. I don't want to say it's a perfect relationship, because I don't think there is such a thing. Don't take my word for it. You can disagree. I am the least qualified person to give relationship advice, so please don't ask. This is not exclusively a relationship reading here. But this is stable. Okay. You have a card here that suggests it's stable. But on top of that, you also have this King of Wands. So, yes, this is passionate. This is powerful. This is deeply emotional. Again, with our 10 of Cups here. But it's in such a manner. It's being moderated. Oh, why does that feel bad? It's in such a place that all of this passion, all of this caring, all of this love, all of this this fiery energy is understood, and it's able to be channeled. That's what I want to say. It's able to be channeled in a way that is authoritative. Okay. authoritative, and I do want to say very clear. Okay, I'm getting here with this sun motif behind the crow, raven, blackbird. Beautiful, beautiful card here. Yeah, it's clear. Okay, it's clear what this relationship is and why there is such a depth of emotion attached to it. Okay, let's see what else we got here. What else do we have? Okay. Okay, so let's look at our hidden energy here. Oh my god. Okay, and still more clarity, more fire, more warmth, more love. There, something tells me this relationship here is very beneficial to you, to both parties, because it's allowed for growth together. Symbiotic relationship is the phrase that comes to mind. Okay, that's interesting. Okay, so there is a lot of clarity. Okay, but you know what? Action has needed to be taken. Okay, and I say that with regards to the emotional and spiritual growth. I think part of the solitude card here. Let me pull this back up. Part of the solitude card, the reason why we're seeing it here, is because there's been some energy that I think may have held back a little bit on this growth. There's something you've had to look at from potentially your past, or a pattern that you're starting to notice that may affect the stability that you've worked hard to create with. And that because you've addressed this, because you've done your Knight of Cups work, especially with your emotions, it's allowed for the clarity and the understanding of what you're feeling, and it's allowed whatever interpersonal relationships you're in right now to grow and thrive and flourish, right? So no, I'm sorry. I'm going to do that. I'm sorry. I don't know what that was about, but anyway, let's move on. We're gonna move on. You're a destroyer. Wow. Okay. So let's see what else we need to see here. What else do we need to see? Okay. All right, one more card here. What do we need here? Okay. So what else do we need to know? Right off the bat, we had the Two of Swords. Okay, and we had the Four of Pentacles. Both of these cards popped out of the deck on the random, and what this suggests to me is that there at one point had been some hesitating over a choice that needed to be made. And judging by this character, it wasn't particularly balanced, or the options you had didn't feel stable. You weren't sure, right? Your footing wasn't sure. Okay, and I think kind of comes through with how this is balancing out right now. That lack of surety, that lack of certainty put you in that moment of hesitation, but it also caused you to hold on particularly tightly to something in, particularly in terms of this relationship, in terms of potentially what you might be bringing to the table. You were in a lack mindset, or you put yourself in a position where you had to hold on to what you had until you figured this out. Even though, even though this growth has happened, right? I do think that the message that comes through with this Two of Swords here is that you had to step back, okay? And again, stepping back to collect the missing pieces, okay? Because this is why you got to this, okay? And again, it might have been something in this relationship that said, well, you're not bringing anything to the table. You're not unique in this other person's life. So why would they pay attention to you, right? Well, they're paying attention to you anyway. Because I think they see something in you that you don't. And I think they see something in you that you don't, okay? And they want to help you develop. I think this is, I was going to say they want to be with you because of that thing. That sounds manipulative, and that isn't what I mean. Okay. They want the long-lasting love. They want the peace, the love, the happy family, the healthy home. They want this. This is a transcendence of the partnership, right? Because this love is deep and it is passionate. Okay. But it had to start somewhere, right? Pull back up the Lover's card here. I always attach the weighing of pros and cons to this, to the Lover's card here. Because of that, and I think the synchronicity is so perfect here. Because of that pro and con way out that you're trying to do, that's what got you here. Okay, that's what got this Two of Swords. This is what's putting you in this Four of Pentacles energy, right? But there is something here anyway, okay? And again, I'm going to say it a third time, so pay attention. This one's for you in the back on your cell phone. This other person sees something in you that you don't, okay? We'll see what other cards here, but I'm going to caution to be careful right now. This is just starting. This is the spark of something new. And you're in a point where you have to learn how to use what you know and take what you're learning and put them together. Okay, especially with the relationship as new as this. Okay. So let's see. Okay. All right. Ooh. Okay. So we have the five. Well, we do have the Five of Pentacles, but what I want to show you first is the Empress. Okay. Here's our hidden energy. So there is something very creative and abundant in this energy right now. And it has it. You just planted the seed. I'm getting the phrase, the garden will grow if you give it the chance. Okay. And that's where I think this Empress energy is coming in here. One of you or both of you have the ability to make something really beautiful happen for yourselves at this time. Okay. And it is exceptionally, for me, this is exceptionally exciting because, again, I feel like we looked ahead a little bit in the first portion of this tarot, that we have the ability to really develop this, okay? But we're at the beginning, okay? We're just at the beginning, and the garden has newly planted. So, okay, the garden is newly planted, and we need to put in some work. We need to put in some effort, right? Because it's a two-way street, what this thing we're doing here, okay? And it may feel like you may have to walk some of this by yourself. No, you don't. And in fact, no, you don't. Okay, there's two characters on this card. There's two cats specifically. You do have a partner in crime. When things get tough, when things have gotten real thick, or when things have gotten real thin, there's been someone here for you. There's been someone here with you. Okay? And there will always be help for you when you need that. Okay? It's up to you to knock on the door and say, hey, I need some help here. What do I do? Help me out. Right? Okay? Again, the garden is newly planted and it needs a chance to come to fruition. Okay? So, let's see. Let me take a bit of a pause here. Let me go back into the first two decks and see. Actually, you know what? Let's get the base energy and then we'll go back and see what we're seeing. What we are seeing. Okay? Alrighty. So, what else? What else do we need to know about this? This is interesting. I like this so far. And I hope it's helpful for some of you watching here. If you are watching it in playback, thank you for clicking on this video. I hope it is helpful. And, I hope the message finds you when you are ready to receive it. Okay. All right. Ooh, okay. Okay. So, to get into this portion of the reading, we are looking at the Fool, the Nine of Swords, okay, and the Six of Wands. Okay. So, this is interesting because this is a new beginning for some of you, especially if you're resonating with the relationship aspect of this. For some of you, this is completely new. This is very different from what you're looking at. And not only are you being encouraged to say yes to this time in your life, to being receptive, because this is a blessing, you've had some things to address, and now you're in a place where you can really see the start of this road, but you're still not out of the woods on it yet. Okay, because of this new beginning, there's a sense of this anxiety, like, oh gosh, what if I fall? What if I fail? What if you're doing the what if thing? Cool. You know what? That's okay. I am that person too. Okay. And I cannot count the number of hours of sleep I have lost doing that to myself. Okay. But the thing is, this is a leap of faith, and you're being called to take that leap of faith because the universe has your back. It literally has your back. You know, you've worked so hard. And I like that I said that because you have the Six of Wands here. You have worked so hard to reflect on what you want, to figure out the balance, figure out the information you're needing to move ahead with your goals and your plans and things like that. Okay? And it's seen. You may think you're doing all this work for no, you know, for nothing. It's not for nothing because you're seen and your efforts are acknowledged. Yeah, your efforts are acknowledged. Otherwise, I don't know that this sense of abundance is going to come out for you. If you didn't do the work, obviously your garden wouldn't grow. You wouldn't be in your spot, right? Yeah, so that's a very interesting. That's a very interesting reading. I do also think that your anxiety and your nervousness about this new beginning in your life is seen. Somebody sees it, okay? Somebody appreciates it. Somebody, whether you realize it or not, somebody has been where you've been, okay? And they know they can help you. They know they have what it takes to give you perspective on this situation at large, but specifically this anxiety over this new beginning. Okay. So let's see some hidden energy. Okay. All right. Hidden energy here. We have the Seven of Pentacles. So I do think celebrate your progress. You give yourself a chance to celebrate your progress. Okay. Something has come of it. Okay. Whether you see it or not, something has come of it. And whether you have to take a step back and look at the mosaic that you created so far, doing that, I think, is going to help you game plan and, you know, figure out what you're going to do for your next step. Okay. So there's that. You have the Seven of Wands as our Seven of Pentacles as our hidden energy. Our clarifying energy is the Eight of Wands. That's perfect, okay? That is absolutely perfect because once you know where you're going, you'll be able to get there, okay? I don't suggest rushing because there's information that you're going to miss if you try and rush it. But obviously give yourself a chance to absorb and take in what you're picking up, okay? Because there is a lot of information coming to you. All right. And also, you know what? It's probably best to pay attention to the way you're feeling right now. Yes, acknowledge your anxiety. Yes, acknowledge this. But know that there's a message underneath that anxiety that you need to give yourself a chance to absorb. Okay? Alrighty. So let's see the final part of what it is about this oracle energy that we're seeing right now. What is it here what is it? Okay, what is it? Jeez. All right. We have Temperance coming out of the deck. So there's a need for balance, but let's get some more cards and get the fuller picture here. Okay. So we have Temperance. We have Eight of Swords. And we have the Two of Wands. The gates are open. Okay, the gates are open, especially to this new relationship or this new portion of your movement forward. Okay. But the thing you need to know about this Nine of Swords, this anxiety, is that you're probably doing it to yourself more than there's an external trigger. Yeah, I'm going to say that. I'm going to say that because, again, we have the Lovers, so this weighing of pros and cons. We have the Four of Pentacles. It's putting you in the cage of lack and scarcity. Yeah, the gates are open. The gates are open. The world's your oyster. Go chase it. You certainly have the ability to do that. Okay. But don't forget to take some time to balance what it is you're thinking and how you're feeling about those things. Okay. Again, I'm hearing don't rush it. Even though we have the Eight of Wands out from this is called the Midnight Magic Tarot by Sara Richard. It's in the description. But even if we have this Eight of Wands, this rapid forward movement here, you're going to get off balance too quick. It's like if you were to tie your shoelaces together and then get up and try and move. I feel like you might stumble. You might fall a little bit if you try and do that. If you don't pause and observe what you need to figure this out. Okay. So just know that you can get past this with a little bit of balance and moderation. Okay. Really examining your thoughts, and understand that the world's in your hands. Okay. And it's whatever the situation we got with their oracles in the first part of this reading. It's there, it's available, it's ready for you. You just have to take the chance, and and let it come in. Okay. And remember, you're being encouraged to say yes. Okay. So our hidden energy here is our Knight of Pentacles. Again, let's go with more encouragement here. You already know how to tend your garden. Okay. You know what it takes. You planted the seeds. Now it's giving it fresh soil, giving it water, pruning the dead leaves. Okay. Pruning dead flowers, keeping your garden fresh is imperative, and you know how to do that. Okay. So there's your Knight of Pentacles energy, helping your abundance, your Empress energy grow here. Okay. Okay. But there is some conflict. Okay. There are some questions about whether you really know, whether you truly know what you're doing. Okay. And I think you do. You know deep down that you do. Okay. Part of the discomfort, part of the reason you've caged yourself off and kind of put yourself in a bit of solitude is that you have people in your space asking, well, why are you trying to do that? What's the point of this? We don't approve of this, blah, blah, blah. It's like, well, this is fine. I've worked my ass off for this. I don't need to deal with the anxiety. I don't need to deal with your anxiety. Okay, I think this is an external conflict that's giving you some internal conflict. Okay, again, I'm getting here because of this. All right. This is probably what's giving you that anxiety, that trigger, that closed off feeling. But in spite of this, you notice this character is moving it aside. It's like, yeah, okay, yeah, I hear you, but I'm going forward anyway. I'm going to do it anyway. I'm going to do it anyway. Okay. So let me take a quick pause here to have a water break. Okay. This is your cue to get a hydration break as well. Okay. Now I'm going to draw. Do I want to do? No, I'm going to draw another couple of tarot cards. Just in specific to see how we can use the information. Why are we seeing it? What do we need to? Okay, why are we seeing it? How do we use it? And what could be the possible outcome? Okay, so let's see what else we need to see here. All right. Okay. Alrighty. Also, if you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, I'm happy to take them in the chat or in the comments. Please keep them civil. Okay. I don't want any conflict. It happens though, right? Anyway, yes, I will be happy to help I'll be happy to help where I can. Okay. And if you're just tuning in, hi, hello, thank you for being here. I'm excited to have you. Yeah, let's get comfy, let's get cozy. We'll see how this goes. Okay. Okay. All right. So, this first pile is why are we seeing what we are seeing? Okay. We have the 5 of Cups. We have the 5 of Wands. Oh, well, that's interesting. We have the 7 of Cups. Okay, and we have the Knight of Pentacles. Okay. There's been some hurt and disappointment that has caused some conflict. Okay. And again, I think this is likely more internal rather than external. There's been something disappointing that you thought it would grow, you thought it would come to fruition, but for whatever reason it just didn't work. Okay. And there's this conflict here. I feel like this is a caution not to choose whatever this disappointment is, whatever this disappointment and conflict is. You've had it happen to you, and now you're treating this as a cautionary tale because you don't want to choose wrong. Okay, you may have made a decision in the past that has left you feeling really empty. You didn't get what you signed up for. There's something about it that's like, this is, I chose the gold and I got something fake out of it, kind of thing. The situation was, you were so hopeful that it would bear dividends, and you've done the work and you know how to do the work, but it hasn't paid off. Okay, again, something about why we're seeing it. There's a bit of a cautionary tale to it. Okay. Something. There's a bit of a cautionary tale. Okay, so now that we know this caution is here, how do we use it? How do we safely use it here? Okay. Why we're saying how do we use this here? Okay, we have the Five of Wands. So remember what I said about this not getting what you signed up for energy, right? That's what I'm feeling this is. Okay, this Five of Wands is okay. Five of Wands, yeah. It's still not getting at what you signed up for, but again, this conflict. 10 of Wands here. Let's move on here. 10 of Wands, 2 of Wands, and the 6 of Cups. So I think in order to deal, yeah, okay, this conflict is really just, it's the world on your shoulders kind of energy, okay? And the thing that you need to acknowledge is that, number one, you can't take this burden with you if you really want to make the most of your journey forward, okay? But I think in order to really get into this conflict and this burden on your shoulders, reconnecting with what brought you joy will help ease this burden, okay? To put it very simply, your joy is going to help you ease the burden of this stress and this conflict. Doing something that makes you happy is definitely something you should consider, okay? Please be careful. Please take the time to understand what consequences your actions are going to have with this, okay? But know that, like I said before, releasing this burden is going to allow you to come out of your solitude, really accept the gifts that are being given to you, and know that, again, the world's your oyster in this regard. All you have to do, once again, is say yes. Okay. Hope that made sense, but this was how to use this energy right now. So let's see. Okay, let's see what the potential outcome might be. Okay, that's really interesting here because we have the Six of Swords. Okay, we have the Four of Cups. We have the Six of Cups coming out again as a repeat card. Okay, and we have the Ace of Cups. Okay, so the transition is happening where you are moving away from whatever this disappointment is, however this is hurting, this boredom, this dissatisfaction, this discomfort. It's all getting away. You're moving away from it. You're transitioning away from being in this. Yeah, you're transitioning away from being in this energy. Okay. Because I think instinctively you've held on to something like this for a little bit too long. Okay. And what's benefiting you is that not only are you not going alone, okay, not only are you not going it alone, you're finding new places to center yourself and to be present with, right? And by places, I mean emotional places, okay? Let's go with that. I'm saying that because we have the Ace of Cups here. I think you're more willing to do the shadow work or explore your emotional dark sides or why it is that you get triggered on certain things. Okay. I'm also hearing that you are doing that work by figuring out safe ways to reconnect with your joy. Okay. Cool. I hope that makes sense. How are we doing? We okay? I didn't lose anybody? Hopefully not. Okay. I need to call this reading off in a few minutes, but let me do the bonus reading really quickly, and then any other questions will be answered. So let's see what we can do here. Okay. We have the Ringmaster of Scrutiny. This represents discernment, clear vision, and details. Okay. All right. We have the Ascended Master, truth, self-worth, and up-leveling. Okay. We have play, have fun, celebrate, and don't be so serious. Okay. All right. We have the Field of Dreams. Okay. All right. So, this is interesting. What I'm hearing here is that you have a lot that you want to manifest. You have a lot that you want to create. In this, you're trying to figure out what you want to prioritize first. Okay. Okay. I thank you, I guess. Anyway, yeah, you're trying to figure out what to prioritize first. Okay. And I'm getting here because of this Ringmaster here, saying and coupling that with this Field of Dreams. Okay. And in doing this work, I think you are learning how to, you're leveling up. You're allowing yourself to get in touch with this energy and not have to, really not have to be overwhelmed by what you have on your plate. Okay. So there's that. What does our tarot have to say? All right. We have the Two of Pentacles. Okay. The Two of Pentacles. We have the Devil. All right. We have the Six of Swords. Okay. And we also have the Page of Swords. Okay. So there's some temptation to give into overwhelm right now, because again, we have a lot on our plate. We have a lot that we're trying to do. And I think this is the perfect time. In fact, I know this is the perfect time to let our perspective on the sum and totality of our situation, that is, you're being called to shift it a little bit. Okay. We have this, the Six of Swords and this Page of Swords. You might be questioning whether you have what it takes to let yourself do that. But remember that you're still in a learning phase. So yes, you've collected, you probably game planned. How are you going to prioritize your tasks? This, that, and the other. All well and good. Now it's time to apply those lessons and go and do the dang thing. Okay. So that is it for now, guys. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. If you guys want to see more from me, check out all my links in the description. Let me know if you have any feedback, and I will help you in any way that I can. Until the next live, guys, I love you. Stay safe, and until then, bye, everybody. What the